Hello? It should be right. That seems right. Okay. Welcome to our stream. We are... Okay. It's been a minute. Top of the show. Stream has been a little off and on lately, because I have shoulder issues and it's hard to use my desk, but I just got a new desk, which should help a bunch, and I'm going to physical therapy, and my shoulder is doing a lot better already, so it should be happening more often. Also, I got my blood fixed with iron infusions, so I actually have the energy to stream, even on days where I don't really feel like it. And so, yeah. That makes it sound like I never want to stream, but that is a problem when you're really tired. But you know you should do it, and it turns out all right. Other than that, today we're doing a Neopets paintbrush stream, which I say as if we've done it before. I have a couple ideas of how we could do this. But let me get into it and explain what paintbrushes are, in case people don't know. Basically, it's what, basically it's how, you change the skin or the color of your pet. Some of them are very basic, like the blue one will just change the base color. Some of them are a little more exciting, and will change like shapes and give like accessories that your pet can take on and off. Or it'll change them entirely. As you can see, like the baby makes them a baby, and they look very different. So I've picked out a few. Hold on, I have to sneeze. I'm back. So I have a few ideas. Let me switch this. Where'd it go? John has come over, which means set up. Am I more audible now? Huh?
What'd you do to the mic?
What do you mean? What's wrong with it?
You'll have to hear it later.
Is it because it got unplugged?
It's doctor interference.
What does it sound like? Hello? Okay. Does it sound okay? I don't know. It seems like the wire is in very loosely or something. Okay, well. Okay. So where did the window go? This one? There. Okay, so there's a few things we can do, and I'm not really sure which I want to start with. we might hop between them or we might just do one. Basically, idea one was we fill in spec ideas for Neopets that don't currently have a certain paintbrush combination. For instance, I mean, Firewolf is very new and doesn't have every paintbrush option. But there's that's hard to find. So maybe we don't do that now that I think of it. Second option is cartoon characters painted in a color. So I think we're gonna do that one. We can also do new brush ideas or fixing designs that I think are hideous. So let me go through. I picked out a few that I thought were good to design other characters with. So Mutant has very strong design principles. Well, maybe design principles isn't the word. It doesn't seem like there's necessarily a style guide for any of these. It's more that they change a lot and there are recurring themes that the designers return to. A lot of tentacles, a lot of mouths where mouths shouldn't be, wrinkles, glowing bits, etc. A lot of goop. There's a lot of goop. So we can take a few examples and drag that over. We can also do pirate. That's pretty straightforward. I don't want to do pirate because we could just be drawing characters as pirates. Plushie is fun. A lot of color options with that, and you can decide like where the pet is split up. And Darrigan is one of the stronger ones also. This is one of Neopets' like original. It's based on an event that happened in the game, and it's basically like when it came out, it was like the evil color. So, John, could you get me tissues, please? Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you very much. So there's a color palette to go with here, and wings and fangs are involved. What else do I think? It didn't occur to me until opening Pirate that it was like kind of just drawing the character as a pirate. So I think we're not gonna go for that one. But let me look at what else. Fairy could be good. Some of these are more exciting than others. The unconverted versions, they really... I don't want to be an old-fashioned... I actually, up until this point, I didn't really care about, like, conversion, but looking at these together, it really just makes it look like they changed the color palette and put wings on, when, like, you like... like you can see in these designs, like they used to have very specific personalities attributed with them. But that's a rant for a different day. Fairy might be good. Halloween could be good. I'm doing this because Moroccan could be good. That's what if they were a fish. These are very cute. Moroccan Kiko. So I guess I personally either want to do Mutant or Darrigan, just because those feel like the most options are available, and we can hop onto something else from there, I guess. But we need to decide a character that we're doing this for. So Uh, I'm gonna. We don't really have anyone in chat enough to suggest things. What's a cartoon character? Do we have a cartoon character list yet? Otherwise, I'm gonna go for Hatsune Miku again. Uh, I assume not.
Huh?
Like a random character generator.
Random character.
Normally, we have enough people in chat by now that someone will suggest a character or two, and
We could do Bionicle.
I don't know anything about. Drawing a painted Bionicle would be impossible for me.
Yeah. What are the other generators we have?
Sniff, stiff.
Dragon Ball Z, Digimon.
I could do Dragon Ball Z. Digimon would be funny, actually.
Mineral.
Let's do Digimon.
Like, what is this?
So I kind of want to just do like the base Digimon that I know.
Oh yeah.
That's a good joke. Um,
Monster. Wait, what did you say? Digimon. Digimon. Axorus up. Astamon. Triceramon.
Extras up, Astamon, Triceramon. I don't think we're doing that one.
Why not?
I want just like a base
Just
Digimon.
Look it up. You can see it.
Bancho Lilimon. No, like that already has too much going on.
I don't know.
What's the fucking dragon Digimon that like just
Not
the
a dragon. It's a dinosaur, I think, or something. I don't know.
normie ass Digimon? I shouldn't have put ass in the search. Like they're giving me images, but I don't know what they are.
Why is there only one joke?
Because it's a cable joke. What about like Patamon? We're doing Patamon. Oh no. Why can't I post uh transparency? So let's get some references in here. We're doing
I can't see.
huh? Oh. Yep. We're getting some references in here. I'm gonna grab some. Are we doing mutant or Darrigan? Darrigan, I think, would be easier because uh he's already got the wings on his head, I guess. Okay, let me grab some similar. I feel like Scheurer will give. Like, why is it like that? Do I have to do it this way? That's gonna be annoying. But we'll figure it out. Um let's see. I feel like this is gonna be come on. Why won't it let me? This is being weird. Okay. And maybe one that's not purple. Grundo has a good body type to match this. It's kind of a weird dog, right? So let's go like a weird dog in here. Aisha's a kind of a, well, Aisha's a weird cat, but I like it, so. Altogether, this should be some good reference to work from. Uh, one more sweep. I'm grabbing Poogle also, because that's uh looking at it, very Patamon, I guess. Okay. Okay, we're ready. So, these are our references. And let me grab Patamon and come on. Why is like my art, just my computer brain not working today? I guess I have to like warm up to using the computer, the same as that I have to warm up to using uh my brain and also doing art. Okay, and we'll enlarge our Patamon here. Okay. So what do we got? Uh we want to give him spikes, right? Well, let me add a new layer. We want to add spikes and eyebrows. They're angry. And these wings should be more leathery and maybe ripped a bit. And I think the color has to change to like red, purple, or maybe changes to that teal. Keeping the tummy is essential. The counter shading. I'm making notes. Color change. Leathery. Spikes speak for themselves. Eyebrows speak for themselves. And these need to be claws. Okay. And I think I'm gonna do it in the like Neopets. I'm not gonna go full converted like hand out to hold an item, but I am gonna change the direction and give it a little bit more of a Neopets cartoon style if I can. My style might override it. And I think I need one more Patamon reference because this one's not very informative. Oh, it's like a hamster. It's like a little hamster. Okay. There we go. All right. back to it. So sorry, we're getting to it. I need to warm up more before. Okay. So we want it to be like it's got its big head and hamster body. It's Jeez, okay. Standing up, I guess. Hmm. If it were a Neopet, it would be standing up. So we're gonna do that. Give it this kind of shape. Okay, we're on the right track. I'm gonna lose all my notes. No. That's okay. That's okay. I wish I've said this before, but I wish little you guys could hear little guy more often because his phrases are infectious. It's really cute. He goes, uh, it's okay. It's okay. And then he pats you very gently. Actually, I absolutely can do the like Neopets handout. Oh no, too easy. Big chin. I think I'm gonna keep it. Well, Neopets all are really smiley, so and I think Darrigan lends itself to being sinister. So, but this is also like a big cheek situation. So let's see. I'm gonna take this smile from this Corvette. Give it big fangies. Is it too much to like widen the smile? Because it looks like it has a pretty small mouth. Should I keep that? Yeah, I guess I should. But we'll make it. We'll make it a little evil. And I want to give it like furry eyebrows, I think. I do think we have to keep the eye shape. I think that's kind of essential here. It's got these like very close together eyes. This art style is incredible. Um, oh my god. Uh, I think it looks like depending on the art style, it has round or oval. Uh, iris pupils. So we'll do that and kind of blend it with the highlights. And then I have that, but I want to make it evil. So hold on. I did all that work. It's the wrong shape. Give it big, heavy brows and yeah. Now we've got evil Patamon, which must already be a thing, right? Just like from what I know about the genre of Digimon. Does Patamon go evil at some point? I don't know. Um, what's adorable about Patamon's hands is that they're like this, and then they have little fingies. When I guess I'm used to like the fingies coming out of the bottom of the hand, and that's really cute. So we're gonna try to keep that, but they're gonna be claws. It's just how else do you do it? And in Neopets fashion, they have to have a clenched fist. And then I guess this would be a big, big paw. This is getting confusing. Hold on. It's kind of, I don't think they have a thumb. I don't think we give them a thumb. I think we just imply like their arm. Also, the counter shading would end here. And here. Can we do something with the counter shading? I feel like it has to be there, but it could get like stripy maybe. Something to think about. I think this goes there. They're very cute. I mean, evil. I just realized the poodle has two sets of eyebrows, and that's fucked up. Like, they have these, like... Can I zoom in really quick? They have eyebrows on their eyes and then on their brows. I guess those are like whiskers. Just kind of nuts. Big claws. Turning these into big claws. The spikiest Patamon you ever saw. Let me see. I think also we want uh these fangs to be a little fangier. Maybe we can do like this. I like this. I'm into this. There's a beeping noise going on. in the house. That makes me worried about what Doctor's up to. Okay, let me clear these up.
I'm making beeping noises.
Oh, it's John. Okay. You okay?
Huh? Yeah.
Your chassis all fixed up?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is gonna come down to coloring, which I don't know if we're gonna get to, because I want to get more than one of these done, maybe, hopefully. Okay, I've had them on. The wings are the most important part, so we should really get those in there. I say. How, where did the feet go? How does this work? Hold on. We want this, and then this, and then this, like, out. It does have sort of feet, but it looks like those are individual toes. So we'll do this. By feet, I mean, like, these look connected, but up here it looks like it's just toes. I think it has to be larger proportion to its body. Okay. Oh, nope. Pulled my hand off of that one, didn't work. We want like that? That general shape? And I hide my mistakes with a layer of fat. Now the wings, I think I've been afraid of doing. So we gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna copy that basically. But it should be eviler. So we're gonna give it these claws, of course. That, like, do these exist in nature or were they invented for vampire comics? I know that, like, bats have a thumb there, but I don't know. I would have to look it up. Wait, so Patamon actually has... I don't want to copy the shape entirely, so maybe I shouldn't, but it looks like this goes into the head, maybe, or no, it has, it's fine. We'll just add that back. I think I like that it's like really pointy, like this, so I'm gonna keep that, maybe exaggerate it. Looks kind of like they did the silhouette and then added, I mean, definitely here they did the silhouette. But I want the individual bones for the Neopet version. It doesn't feel remarkably different from Patamon's existing wings, though. Which is a little frustrating. Maybe if I... Yeah, I like the Shoiber way of doing it where it gets really skinny. And I think I'm gonna make it come out front and do that. Yeah. Yeah, that feels much better. There we go. Yeah, keep it this way. And the other one, basically just copy it over. Well, hold on. It has to be way further out. Let me literally copy it over. And do this. And maybe shrink it a bit. Yeah, and then erase the excess. And merge down. There we go. Excellent. Let's get this more Patamon shaped. And I think we have to give him some spikes somewhere. His foot's bothering me still. But that seems right. Hmm. Hmm. What's wrong here? I don't care enough. I mean, I care, but we're under a time limit, you know? If I was doing a render, I would fix it, but... Oh, I see it. I see the problem. Hold on. He's... It's either, like, keep that, but move all this in. No, the gravity's off. We want the foot to be equal here. And we want the back to be equal here. And I think this arm has to come in. Yeah, that's much better. There we go. There's so many scary beeping noises happening. Why are these claws so hard?
What?
Nothing.
Oh.
Do you want to draw claws for me?
Yeah. No.
Thanks for thinking about it. Okay. And then I'm doing all this, and the longer I think about it, the more I'm like, there's definitely an evil Patamon that already looks exactly like this. And and it's gonna be funny, I guess. Hopefully, that I've recreated it exactly. But it didn't even like occur to me when we started. This is some sort of creature I almost hit going back late from the IMAX. It's in the road and you... I don't know what you did to it. Were you kind to it? We have to add its little dots everywhere. I don't think the tummy gets dots. But... Also, hello, Rob. It's great to have you. Stream is getting quiet. And it lives to torture me another day, for sure. Yeah. It is a kind heart. Maybe. We hope. Stealing my donuts. That's the torture. Yeah, that's as much torture as it's willing to get up to. In our world, in Neopets, it will kill people. I don't think people realize how brutal Neopets gets. Do we add a spike? Oh, it needs a spike. Let me think about this. Does Patamon have a tail? It looks like it does. I don't think I can draw it, though. Pat him on. It does have a little hamster butt tail, so we'll add this, I guess. And that can have a spike on it. It can have a thagomizer. We'll give it a thagomizer. We will not give it a thagomizer because that's illegible. But we'll give it a little. Oop. And that. There we go. That feels sufficient to me. The thagomizer is the lost heat miser snow miser sibling. Yeah. I mean, no. I'm just. Oh my god, my brain is not awake today. Or maybe it's because I watched Jerma too close to waking up. Only time can tell. Should we do a quick color on this? I feel like it'll add a lot. It turns red, we're gonna say. Because that feels like a good, like, evil orange color. Either that or teal. I said teal. It should be teal. Where's the teal? Where's the teal? Yeah, like... No. No. Not what I need. We'll take this color. We'll take all of your colors. And we'll just pop them down here. Actually, I think, yeah. And then we highlight and shade. Where's the good pen? Oh, I'm using the good pen. We're not gonna get too precious with it. You got the frickin' sniffles! I'm so sorry. I had the sniffles like a minute ago, and then I sneezed them out. Now I don't have the sniffles. But if you had been here like 5 minutes ago, I would have commiserated on the sniffles. The beeping's happening again. What's going on in there? I think John's doing self-surgery. Okay. That's that. And then I guess we'll steal this for the eyebrows. Everything else I feel like should just be black, except maybe the wings. And definitely the eyes should be orange or yellow. Whose mouth do I steal? I'll steal yours. I mean, like, color for mouth. Guess I'll steal what? Like, this? I guess I want this, but like grayer. Also, maybe the body should be grayer. Body feels out of place right now. It feels too friendly. I think we should do what the Asia did and like desaturate and invert. Which I think is just gonna be like Patamon's regular tummy. You can tell, I mean, rather, don't worry about there being huge gaps in the coloring. It's just an idea. And this is an affirmation to myself, but also anyone out there who worries about it looking correct right away. It's okay to just get down the idea. I think if we do this and super desaturate it. Yes, absolutely. There we go. Your headcanon is that the tummy is soft. It's definitely soft. It though thinking of it as being leathery is also an idea. Patamon's is definitely soft, though it looks like it could be some kind of uh snake relative. Not a reptile. What am I thinking of? It could be amphibious. I know snakes are not amphibious. Don't worry about it. Um, just in that it, uh, it's like I'm trying to imagine a very slimy Patamon, and it's working out great. Like a Patamon that you try to hold, and it it flies out of your hands like a bar of soap. Like you've just got this like squishy dumpling that's like, poop, no, poop, ah! And also it can fly, I guess. Can Patamon fly? Or does it just have wings? Questions for someone who knows anything about Digimon. Digimon, I mean, Neopets has such a weird, like, shading style, I feel like. Like, they clearly just raise the values, and then I think they just, like, uh, reduce the opacity, and then they're like, that's good. I mean, it's not that they're not good at it, just the colors are so specific. Like, I guess what I mean is like it goes you have the mid tone. Hold on. You have the mid tone, and then you clearly just have a mid shadow and highlight that are the same color shifted a little bit. Like this one has it 4 times, like it has a mid tone and then highlight, highlight, and then shadow. Big ass, explain Neopets to me. Okay, step 1. It's a website where you have a new kind of pet. It's a pet that's on the internet. That's cool, right? Step 2, the pets live in a world of their own called Neopia. And this world has its own planet and its own continents and everything like that. And new worlds are being discovered every day. Step 3, it is a world plagued with constant wars. Historical wars are still relatively recent. And actually, the fact that new worlds are being discovered every day is kind of like it's supposed to be like every once in a while there'd be a plot event that wherein like you get to discover a new area and it has its own theming and its own colors and things like that. But what it ends up being is like someone didn't know this entire continent and culture, which has modern technology otherwise, existed for I don't know how long, because the calendar system goes by how many years Neopets has been running, which is about 25, just over 25 now. But like things existed on Neopets before that, so I'm unclear on how old the planet actually is, because they discuss ancient times in the Greek land. Um. Uh. Uh. So yeah, that's Neopets. That's part of Neopets. Um. Do the Neopets have Warhammer as extended universe books? No, that is actually one thing. They don't really release lore outside of the website itself. Um, and lore is usually accompanied by like a big event that releases a little bit of story every day. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. The lore is ranging, but it's mostly done by implication. Uh, they'll like describe a whole world to you and what its people are like, and then you realize like, okay, this place has existed for maybe hundreds of years, has its own thing going on, has its own culture. Uh, but like, not even including well, I'm trying to think of an example because I know I have one and I always forget what it is. They discover new species all the time, which shouldn't be possible. that is, I have to go back to my Neopets biology project, which was trying to track just through item descriptions. That's what it is. Item descriptions have so much information in them, and there are tens of thousands of items on the site. Um, and they all like give a little bit more information in their flavor text about how like the item is used and where it came from. Some of them are completely contradictory. They're clearly like created as the item is being released. Uh and like without committee over the last 25 years with no one like keeping the lore bible handy. Um I kind of want to bring the biology project to this site to Happy Lab because it goes places. Um, Basically, I don't know how to put it. My brain is not like pulling it together. A lot of the items are sentient. Like, it's really common for items on Neopets to be described as like getting up to their own shenanigans. And sometimes that's like, oh, haha, it's an apple with glasses on. You're joking about it being alive. And then sometimes it's like, no, that apple with glasses on actually is its own animal and uh has its own culture. And like the most you get to hear about it is in, you know, literally like under a tweet, a original tweet's length of language. Um, and you just gotta live with that. It is like definitely something that has shaped my sense of humor is adding a description to something or like just a detail that doesn't make sense if you think about, or is like very concerning if you spend too long thinking about it, but like there's nothing you can do with that info. Like you open the item, it says this very concerning thing like, oh, this is super poisonous and has killed hundreds of people, but it's probably fine to feed it to your pet. And then like what do you do with that information? You can feed it to your pet. What does that mean? How many people have died? Like there's a lot of items that are like, it's probably fine. And you just gotta live with that on Neopets. You just gotta have an it's probably fine attitude on Neopets. Um, but there's magic, there is space adventure, there are fairies. Pets okay, people X. What? There are fairies, getting about. The treat? Oh, like the food is okay to give the pet, but not the people? Yeah, that would make sense. It only poisons people, but it's, yes. Okay, yeah. Um, it's also like established that people are coming from Earth to Neopia, but people on Neopia don't know about Earth. And some items exist on both. It's like as soon as you stop to like it's a bunch of things that make sense when you're writing a game for kids and the lore doesn't matter, except for like story things that are happening. But because it's been going so long, like, of course an apple exists on Neopia, and it's just a normal apple, and there are normal apple trees. But also, no, it's not. Why are there normal apple trees on Neopia? How did we get to Neopia? Obviously through the internet. But there's also internet on Neopia, and the pets don't go to our world. It shouldn't bother me, but it keeps me up at night. And that's like, there's one plot where a man gets turned into a mutant and is hunted by all of the entire town. And they have like graphic depictions of that man like being hunted by people as long as there's no blood. Like it was fine. It's a kid's game. Anyway, here's the Darrigan. We did it. Um, I like him. Like, okay, the paintbrush system. At first, it was just like you can paint your pet so that it's like yellow or blue or green. I don't know what order they released the paintbrushes in, but like, let me open this back up. Where is it? I don't remember what order they released this in, but basically, it starts with like you pick up a blue pet, and like, oh, this is your blue Aisha or Aisha, um, and this is your pet. And what if you want to change your pet's color? That's fine. Well, they give you a couple pets, they give you they give you they give you a couple options to start with. Like, you've got the blue Asia, but you can also go to yellow or green if you want. And like, look, now it's green. And then over time, they start releasing more and more. And like, you can do orange now. Pirate makes sense. Let's do plushies. That makes sense. And then it turns into a mutant, which isn't through a paintbrush, it's through a potion, which is described as like stretching them out and then collapsing them again into a new shape. And mutants were invented by someone on Neopia. I really wish I could remember like a perfect example to describe just how little it makes sense but has to make sense. Like, just by a factor of having run for 25 years and wanting to tie everything into the plot that's going on at the time, they go from like, okay, your pet can be blue or green or red or brown, and then purple and orange. Those are exciting new colors. And then starry, that's exciting. to like, well, now we have a snot creature, so you should be able to let your pet be snot flavored too. And oh good, we discovered the ancient world, so your pet should be allowed to be ancient looking as well. There are a lot of them. You can do strawberry, yeah. Um, the transparent one is also interesting. Hold on, let me show. Transparent. Transparent is interesting because they like actually do the anatomy. They imply that the chia is a plant, which makes sense because for some reason chias are the only ones that can transform with a magic snow popsicle. Like if they eat an apple flavored one, they turn into an apple for some reason. And none of this doesn't happen to any of the other animals. Neopets. Neopets are not animals. For some reason, this only happens to the chia. But like, where's the rookie? They actually go pretty far into, like, the rookie has, because it has an exoskeleton, they gave it genuine, like, bug organs. Not entirely perfect, obviously, but they didn't just give it bones like they would have the other ones. There's a lot going on. I don't know. Bug goop, yeah. If you do Royal Boy, for some reason custard is a color which overlaps both with like candy or chocolate and snot. I don't know. Oh, where's the, let me show you guys. Just like some of the funny colors, I guess, while we're here. Elderly. Get off my lawn. There's one that just makes your pet old. Paintbrush that makes your pet old. And what does this mean for biology, you know? Like, you can be superficially old for fashion points? Or are you genuinely getting old? But your Neopets can't die! Neopets cannot die! And yes, it's called Elderly Boy and Elderly Girl. The gender binary is real on Neopets. The only way to change your gender, or your pet's gender, on Neopets, because there are a few ways. A couple of them are so superficially or not superficially, so expensive that it's just not worth it, and like a lot of people, even who have millions of Neopoints and like consider themselves fairly Neopian wealthy, cannot afford this potion that changes your pet's gender. Instead, the cheapest and most effective way to change your pet's gender is to go into the battle dome, fight a mad scientist until he zaps your pet with a gender-changing ray, so that your pet will change, has eyelashes or not. And or you go to the mad scientist outside of the battle dome, where he can zap your pet, but the odds of it changing your pet to an extreme degree that isn't their gender would just, like, all the time you spent getting your pet to look just how you wanted would be out the window because you wanted the mad scientist to zap your pet outside of a battle setting. You could change your gender. I won't lie, Battle Dome Mad Scientist makes the most sense. Does it? You don't think you should be able to walk up to the Mad Scientist outside of the Battle Dome and ask him, hey, Can you just pour this on me inside of, like, out just here? You have, what item is it? Let me make sure I know what item this is. Hold on. What's the best way to change a pet's gender? Um, Laboratory scientist is a battle challenger. Use him to swap. Well, where is it? Challenger, library scientist, items, strange potion. It's a strange potion. That's what the item that he throws at you to change your gender is. It's called a strange potion. And that's all it does, is it changes your pet's gender. Permanently changes the gender of pet. That's it. It's called a strange potion. And you cannot get this item outside of having it used on you as a... Oh, okay, no. Recently they added it to their weekly quests, which they use a lot to bring down the price of items that are getting too inflated. But formerly you could only get it or have it used on you by getting it thrown at you in the library. I dinked 8 strange potions and now I'm like this. It doesn't say how it's gonna change, it's just gonna change it. We're at an hour and nearly a half. Should we do another one? This is Patamon. Oh, you guys can't see Patamon. Hold on. Uh, I'm naming folders. In the meantime, if you would come up with another creature for us to change the, not the gender, the design of, I would appreciate that. Oh, sorry, I didn't Shiv, you didn't see Patamon. I made a... Hold on. Hold on. I made a, Darrigan Patamon. Giving them little kisses on the forehead. Yeah. On his little spiky forehead. I would kiss. Oh, give little spiky forehead kisses. Okay. So in this vein, let's pick another brush and another creature, and we'll do another one. So, okay. Here are the sort of ones that I picked out. We could do Moroccan. Halloween. Halloween's kind of straightforward. Fairy. Fairy does have a few where you can get original with it. Like the Lenny has... Oh, I forgot to... Hold on. Fairy does have a few where you can get pretty original with it, with like tail feathers and things like that. Halloween, kind of straightforward, but has a lot of options. Moroccan. We could do mutant. Mutant could be exciting. Whoops. They're pretty diverse also. Changed the silhouette a lot. Pirate, I'm excluding pirate. Plushie would be easy, but cute. Um, and we just did Darrigan. Uh, if you guys, let me think about this. We could also do Terranian, maybe, if it's an animal. Or like Hatsune, a Terranian Hatsune Miku would be pretty funny. Um, I think those are the most like interesting changing, like silhouette changing ones. Could do royal, maybe. I don't want it to be one that's like mostly clothes. I want it to be one that really changes you. Um, you could do brush that makes you old. I will leave that there for a minute. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Um, and if you guys would come up with uh, a color and a creature for me, talk amongst yourselves, I would really appreciate that. And then we can get going as soon as I get back. Here. Ah. Okay, here we go. And transition. I'll be right back. You guys aren't discussing amongst yourselves. I had one request, and you've thrown it out the window. Oh, I also thought of um, another one that might be good. Uh, where is it? Chocolate? It's not just called chocolate? Oh, can it only be gotten from the... this is not it. Neopets of color, chocolate. Come on. Okay, chocolate might also be an interesting option because they've all got different, bonbon shapes going on. Strawberry, uh, candy corn, etc. Is there a chocolate Varwolf yet? I don't think so. No. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing 5 things. It's okay. I'm not really mad. I'm never really mad. I think it's between like chocolate and mutant. uh Let me pull that up. Chocolate and mutant. What does mutant do? It does this to them. It's got they usually have like tentacles or the mutant Corbat. Corbat is so cute. Extra arms is an option. They're kind of fucked up with it, yeah. Mouths in places there shouldn't be mouths, glowing bits. They look more amphibian usually. Extra eyes. Slobber is an option. There's a lot of places you could go. And that would probably depend on what animal we choose or what other thing we choose. Should we do another Digimon? I don't know much about Digimon. And Patamon was kind of a lucky pull. Insofar as I was able to Google, like, basic Digimon. Hot take, Kuromi is a type of Neopet. I don't hate that take. Let me pull this up. Kuromi. Should we do this to Kuromi? Should we do like a mutant Kuromi? Mutant Kuromi and the other one, My Melody? Is that My Melody? Yeah. Kuromi and My Melody. Mutant duo. Okay. Shiv, I will call upon you for Digimon another time. Maybe I'll call upon you ahead of time next time I need Digimon ideas. Jaunt did add the random Digimon list.
A bunch of other ones too.
And a bunch of other ones too, apparently. Yes. But it generates so many, it's hard to narrow them down to ones that are just, just useful for this exercise. Okay, that's Kuromi, and let's pull up My Melody. There she is. Don't know why she's so intensely different quality, but it's fine, I suppose. Wait. We might have a better My Melody. Maybe not. But I think it matches better. Nah. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, here we go. Now, we're gonna do mutant versions, so let's pull up some— oh, you guys couldn't even see that. Sorry. they're here now. Uh, they're here now. Um, let's pull up. That's Patamon. Let's pull out some mutants that we want to draw inspiration from. So I think Mutant Aisha is going to be very useful here. I think my other hot take is that Chromie and My Melody are in love, by the way. That's not a hot take. That is absolutely canon, I would say. I don't know like what that's reinforced by, except look at them. Um so I think we want little guy vibes. I think we can. There's so much variety, it's really hard to. We're gonna have to get inventive, but there will be some useful references in terms of like small, rounded shapes, I think. Tentacles would be a useful reference. These are some little round tentacle creatures. Let's grab a couple more. Mutant Corbat feels very useful because it's fuzzy and it has the big ear. Like, you could just copy Kuromi onto that. And I think that's probably good. Shoiru feels also sort of like a weird Sanrio character. And we'll call it there. Okay. So let me hide that page. And now here's what we're working with. It's not canon how they're depicted, but look at them. But look at them! That's more important, but look at them. So what do we notice as a common theme here? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay. What was I using before? Where'd it go? Oh, hello. You're so down there. You're so small. You want to come up here? Little guy is here, and I think wants to say hello. I said your name? Well, we're dealing with a lot of little guys today. They might be in the Union. You want to look? Take a look. Do you recognize any of the? I don't think Sanrio characters are in the little guy Union, just given how Sanrio is. You like that? You like this one? That's a Kiko. Kiko. It's very little guy, isn't it? Shiv says, hi, little guy. Did I call your name? No. I said little guy? There's just, I mean, look at, that's a little guy. That's a little guy. I know, but it's also like what you are. What should I call them if not little guy? I don't want to confuse you. Little guy? Okay. Lowercase little guy? Yeah, they're lowercase little guys. Good to have you. Sorry to disrupt you. It's okay. Oh, I was telling people earlier that you say it's okay a lot. Can you say that for them? You tell me it's okay a lot. It's okay. One more time. Over here by the mic. It makes me feel good. It's okay. One more. Little guy, I'm feeling bad because I said little guy when I didn't mean you. Is it okay? That's okay, not it's okay. There we go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you, little guy. I'll see you around. I have to draw now. I have 15 minutes left on stream to do this. Why? I guess I could just keep going forever. I might be able to do Kuromi, but not my melody. Forgets what? That he's drawing? And he keeps what? Keeps going? Oh, yeah, but not by much usually. We're gonna do the Neopets pose again. Where they have their hand in a fist. Right here. I guess they do have thumbs, so we can do this. Good to see you, little guy. Always welcome. Goodbye. Shiv says you're so cute. He says, Rob says love you, little guy. He's not saying anything, he's just making happy noises. Okay, this is gonna be our Kuromi. I guess I could make a base for both and not have to redraw them. Okay. So they're so itty. I think the proportion on this is a little off. Chromie is interesting because she could be a Pokemon or a Digimon or a Neopet, like a mini pet thing in an MMO that follows you around. Or a yokai watch girly. She could also be a Zatch Bell, maybe. I think Little Kai also has all of these qualities. I absolutely see what you mean. Like, you just have to change the style a little bit. Even the skull on her forehead is in keeping. So, okay, I have an idea for Kuromi, if not my melody. I think the key to a good mutant is that you don't want to over design it. Some of them have just like too much going on. This will be our my melody. Okay. The skull is very Digimon. What if the ruff is like little tentacles? I was thinking about that. I'm not sure how to do that without uh kind of spoiling it, I guess. If it was furry, maybe? Or maybe it could be like these flappy ones like that. I don't want too many things going on. I guess it's kind of up to my skill on how to draw it more. Do like I don't know, this feels like it's taking up too much real estate. Or just isn't looking right. Maybe I go for a slightly different shape. What if they're like, uh, anemone tendrils? Like this? I need a different brush, hold on. Your bodies don't have a lot going on, that's true. But like, we could put a mouth here, or an eye. Make them like a Jirachi. I think we're gonna opt for the anemone tentacles. What is this? Struggling to draw this. But it's only because I fear overlapping lines. I must build up the courage to overlap my lines. If we can get through this, we can get through anything. Like, that's getting repetitive and that bothers me. How do we make it not so... Or maybe we should just lean into it being repetitive? Like, give it this shape. And then just follow that or all the way around. I feel like that's more Kuromi-ish. it just, it might, I'm worried it's up to my own skill, but it's like the dimensionality is really bothering me. Let's do the simple thing and turn the existing roughs into goopy tentacles, right? I just feel like going with big, blocky shapes is gonna do this design better. We can add the detail in the suckers and things. This has to go behind the arm. I guess. Thank you. I'm glad it's already shaping up. Her tentacles, hashtag her tentacles. You're telling me. Okay. How? Now obviously we have to do something with the ears. How are we gonna do this? Big tentacle ears? Big ears? They all have like a cohesive idea. At least these ones do. I'm gonna do a quick browse. Like, yeah, they all have a... You don't really change ideas halfway through. You can change, uh, like fat distribution. Mm-hmm. Okay. What if we make them... I feel like part of it is like, take what's, uh, appealing about it and invert it. So I think if we make the spade things and like make them floppy, they can be the same shape, but like kind of weird and goopy. That's not quite in the right place. Hold on. Trying to keep the general shapiness. Gotta be like this. And then we make this kind of wrinkled, like it's fleshy and not really supposed to be folded over. Yes, I'm into this. And the other one, I guess. Oh, wait, also this should like dip in the middle. Like kind of a tongue thing. We could just make it a tongue. I don't know what to do with the little beads though. Maybe just a big nub. Big. Ugh. I don't know how to add that on exactly. Could also make them into little feelers. Could do feelers. We'll do feelers. We'll give. Finally. That's what it was missing. And then I guess these should have little feelers as well. But then I don't think these are tentacles. I think these are the same thing. Like, just like floppy, fleshy bits. Or tongues. Weird tongues. Yes, I think this is more original and also cohesive to make these weird tongues. Hercilia? Hashtag Hercilia. The fun part is that this means Kuromi is going to be uh, pink, largely, instead of black. So she'll kind of imitate my melody in that way. God, I have a wrinkly tongue. Why isn't this going correctly then? Like, how do like that? Yeah, there it is. And it can be drippy. Can add all sorts of goop on it. Just a general Kuromi observation is has nothing to do with what you're drawing. Oh, I think Kuromi is like one of those bees that's harmless but looks like a yellow jacket. Imitating my... Yes, that's... I understand. And my melody is the harmful one? Like, will actually sting you? Is that what you're implying? Or just that she's goth? Oh, no, okay, yes. My melody will, in fact, sting you. One more tongue. Or I guess two more tongues. That one can kind of just exist, I guess. And this one... The tongue clown. Everyone loves the tongue clown. The doctor says, go to the tongue clown. We'll chew you right up. Has feelers in all the right places. And the man says, but doctor, I am the tongue clown. I don't know about the tongue clown. You should. The tongue cloud's coming. And you will. Okay. I feel like we gotta do something with the point here. Not sure what it is. But I think the eyes can stay. Well, what should we do with the eyes? Move them really close together. Going out for a night on the town, tongue clown. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I have to do her other ear. And you, sex joke, tongue clown, night on the town. Fill in the blanks. God, I have so many silly ideas for my melody the more I think about this. I'm excited to get to them. If I mean, we'll keep going. We'll just go over. Uh it's nice to have people here to work on this with. What do we do? What if this is one big eye, maybe? This can be... What? Like... Can we do this? I feel like maybe we save that. I'm not sure what to do with the face though. Or the body. If I'm having fun, I'll keep streaming. It's not a problem. As long as I have the energy, which I appear to have. So we're good. And I don't get viewers that often, so it's nice to have people around. The first hour of stream is just warming up anyway. What should we do here? I'm just vamping for time, trying to come up with what to do. We gotta have something here. Uh, maybe an eye? What about just your usual eyes, but with like extremely detailed irises? I think you could do the eyes like normal and then have red and yellow eyes like a couple on the funny Neopets do. Yeah, maybe. I think we have to keep the nose. It's just like too iconic. I think also the mouth probably has to stay the same size. Hold on, but I can keep the same. We can keep the same. Come on. I had it. Yeah, there we go. Neopets also don't look up like that. They either look out this way or back at you this way. So I think we have to do it like this. Maybe give her like Powerpuff Girls eyes. What does this look like? The Jollibee bee? I feel like we're missing like one final thing that'll like should she be furry or something? It's just like not quite there. We are missing the skull still. Could make a big horn. Squid beak instead of mouth. I don't want to. I'm too happy with this. Like, I'm too happy with this. Look at this creature. You can't. The mouth is really good as the thing. Yeah. Not all of them change their mouths. We could give her little fangies. Oh, she also has a tail, which has to be another tongue. Or just cilia. It is tongue shaped though. So it's like it's gotta be tongue, cilia, and plus one thing, right? We need like one more feature to tie it together. We just need something here. We can leave it like this for now, maybe, and come back do some of my melody with some new ideas, and then maybe things that don't work for my melody we can take for uh Kuromi. Also, I'm making these. Her paws are now. I'm just gonna like straight up copy the Shoiru. Uh, like these are claws now. Some kind of cell or something with the cilia thing, but not sure how to do that. Hmm. Some kind of like this is hard to do in black and white right now, but like a cell system thing, but it's also like doming out of her skull. Like if you had like if you imagine with me, it's got a shiny bit and then some other stuff going underneath. Like that, maybe? Other idea. Hold on to this. Don't worry, I copied it. Other idea. Hole into her brain that just shows her brain. And it can also have a dome, maybe. Actually, yeah, if we did okay, what if like make this into a shape, keep it keep the silhouette here, but add a bit of a that thing, a dome, like I was just saying, and then show brain. Give it a bit of a bump, yeah. I think that works. I think that would let me make it a little brain would be much smaller inside this, but how does one draw a brain? Like this? I think the only important thing is that you have like the sort of hemispheres separated. Uh Mostly. I think I'm like I think this is working. I think we found it. She's some kind of Frankenstein's tongue creature. We could also just like give stripes or something, or just spots just to fill out this like empty space. Okay. Excellent. I think that's like the missing detail we needed. Like that fills out the level of strangeness required. There we go. There we go. Okay. I've changed my mind about the fingers. They should be long and weird. Never mind. I don't want to draw it. We're done. We're done here. Okay. Giving her fingers at all is very mutant. Yeah. So I'm not gonna worry about it. I feel like the eyes are either should be like fully black or keep the do this, but like with this kind of shading. We'll color that later, why don't we? Let's do a quickish My Melody. Shiv, you said you had ideas. Lay them on me. Cordyceps girly, hood replaced with some kind of creature. She's a jellyfish now. I like all of those. I am a Cordyceps fangirl. Uh, fan, fan them. I think these need to be further apart for the effect. Yeah, there we go. Um, the hood replaced with some kind of creature is very cute. Your fans? Your fans' gender? Yeah. Uh, no, do not cut the entire layer. I like this shape being involved. This, like, little knot thing going on. I don't know if she always has that, but I feel like we should keep it. It's also a good contrast to, like, having the open skull here. Uh, she doesn't always have the lop ear, but she often does. Okay. Gonna keep that. Um, what are those though? Cordyceps, I do like. It feels a little too neat and a little like mutants in Neopets aren't affected by anything outside. They are weird on their own. So like being taken over by something would kind of negate that. This is coming from someone who takes almost every opportunity to make a mushroom creature. Um, I think also having something like attached to their head doesn't quite work for that reason. We could go for the open mouth, open head, open tummy thing. Like, keep this, but add, I don't know, lips and a good set of teeth. And like her whole head is open. And then there's also a tongue. Also a tongue coming out. Could do. Hold on. I don't want to make both of them have tongues for ears, but it does make sense to, like, have this going on coming straight out of the center. And then, like, big teeth. Not sure. I don't want to do tongues again. And I feel like the mouth thing's not quite working the way I wanted. I do think tummy mouth is a good way to go, though. These could be eye stalks. Place these with eye stalks. I'm liking eye stalks. I think. Let me look up what eye stalks look like. Okay. That also gives her additional little feely things that we can put, like, here. I think she's a snail now. This is a weird shape. Hold on. And we'll give her, like, cartoon real eyes up here. And here. Her funny eyeballs. Maybe she doesn't even have eyes down here. Maybe this is just a mouth now. Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's absolutely what we're doing. I'm gonna get these right really quick. How's this for a mouth? Thank you. Thank you, Shiv. Okay, need something for the sh her shawl, and also it'd be nice to replace her flower here, but maybe we don't. Might not be entirely necessary. How do we make this more gastropod? Like, if it were Neopets, I would have done this a little more like 3/4 E, and I messed up on that. But um, what we can do is give her a shell. We want to give her a shell? Can we somehow make the shell like here? What if we just, what if her whole body was shell? I honestly just don't want to draw a shell, so we're going slug. However, I think that does give us like, she can have a tummy ruffle. Kind of a crab. She could be a crab. I carcinized her. Oh no. If she's a crab, then okay, first off, claws. Well, but then she doesn't have these, and I like those. I guess could be both. It is mutant. It's not turned into a different animal. Hold on, I can make it like a shell on her head. Which might. Yes. Okay, yes. Yes. And these can come from here. I like that. Just have to. There we go. And then I guess these would have a hole they're coming out of. Maybe. I don't know if I want that. I kind of just want it to be weird. Weird and fleshy. But she does have that. I feel like it would change your design too much to remove that bit, so I'm gonna keep it. Oh, the flower can be like a barnacle. If I can draw it. There. Uh, okay. Make this a mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh, barnacle flower good, but I can't doesn't look like a barnacle. There's like just not enough room out here with what I'm trying to do. Let me change the angle of this. I feel like this is getting a little too like sea creature, like just the concept of sea creature and not like weird thing. Is there anything we can do to fix that? Changing this out for ruffles here instead. What if we just got rid of her arms? No arms, just slug. Slug mode. Looks like she's wearing a little jacket made of slug. Hmm. This isn't right either. This is, it's like you can get 90% of the way there, and then the details just don't quite make sense. Instead of a flower, I think this has to be like more feelers. I don't know. Another eye stalk. A little eye stalk. Baby eye stalk. Itty bitty baby eye stalk. And I don't think this should be a shell. I think it should just be counter shading, maybe? You could stylize it like how SpongeBob does those weird fleshy flower barnacles. Oh yeah. Oh, but like, I don't know, that still just feels too... I don't want it to be just sea creature. I want it to be weird. Like, I don't... It should be part of her, I think. Is what I think. What if it's just exactly the same? Like it's just an accessory that she keeps on. The rest of her is like part of her identity and her body, but this is just an accessory. So it's just the same. I think that's what we have to do. I think that's what we do. And I think these have to be part of her skin. And then we go slug mode. That
There is
doesn't
nothing
read.
more enchanting than a big cozy owl hug. You've never had an owl hug?
Hug the slug.
Brace yourself. It looks like Owl is swooping in to give you one, right now.
Hug the slug. Hug the slug. I'm giving her a tail. Oh, she has a tail. Okay. So we'll just wrap this into the tail. But we'll make the tail like slug tail. Slug mode, slug mode, slug mode. So there are so many sluggy dots on this. Or maybe they should be really big. Big, like, yeah. Sorry, I'm focusing to, like, rein this in at the last moment. And then I really want to get some quick colors done. If we can. Just to see what it looks like, or I can do that off stream. But I'll probably do it right away anyway, so might as well stream it. Change my mind about the tail. I can't get the silhouette to work. But we are gonna do this. Or like a cape. Tail is back. It's just different now. Give her a hand with a thumb. Keep that kind of normal, just build it into her cape. Keep this the same. Big dots for the slug features. And I think that's her. And lots of dots on the tummy, I think. Okay, yay! Slap some colors on these. Call it a day. I'll try to make this quick. Let me pull up a few color references. Thank you, thank you. I didn't expect... Hold on, what kind of slug do we want? I didn't expect to go this direction, which is what makes this stream so powerful. Okay. Colors. I'm just gonna pull directly from this. And... what was I using for... like just a minute ago? This is it. Okay. Think I drew on the wrong layer. We'll have to find out later. Where did I get that color from? Uh, just some plain skin colors, I guess. Or we could do like a gray. I feel like it would shift to gray.
You, you know you're not showing.
I haven't been, oh my god. How long have I not been showing? Jesus Christ. How long has that been happening? Ugh. I got way too into it, I'm sorry. That was probably like 30 minutes or something. I was really in the zone, but why did no one tell me? Oh, sorry. I thought there was gonna be a dramatic reveal. I'm so sorry. Well, there's your dramatic reveal. This stream, we've gone over stream length anyway, so uh, this is bonus content anyway, I guess. I was going slug mode the whole time. The cilia are uh let's do a green. Let's do like a teal. It wasn't very long, don't worry. I hope not. Oh, was it just when I grabbed colors? Because that's not that bad. Okay, okay, okay. That's a lot better. So you did see me going slug mode. It's too close to the brain chia colors. Feels too close. Like the other pink feels really pink. Guess we'll do this. Then a screen while describing the art I'm doing for a very long time and then reveal it at the end is kind of a cool avant-garde stream idea, to be honest. It is avant-garde. I feel like that's almost a stream I could do, but it's like missing one thing. And I'm not sure, like, everyone tries to also draw it, maybe? Okay, I think this is the right color set for this. I don't think the eyes are working. I think we have to go like entirely black. Or yellow? I do like the yellow with red irises, but I don't know. Little fangies. Okay, okay, we're really getting on the other stream. I cannot talk anymore. I shouldn't even really be doing colors, I think. Let's get our colors for our good pal, My Melody. Put that on the wrong layer, but whatever. I want these dots. This is just white. This is the same. Eye stalks should be like this. I kind of want to keep to this color palette. It feels like just right for this. There she is. Edits what basically amounts to an episode's joy of painting, and then several artists on stream follow along with it without being able to actually see the visuals. That would be a fun, happy lab if we could do it. We need to like light this light. Go a little lighter. Not that light. Hold on. There we go. Keep forgetting I have a very good uh bucket tool here that I can just do the edges up for. I guess, Jaunt, could you write that idea down?
What shit is it?
Yeah. I'd love to be on for that if times line up in a workable way. Very fun idea. Well, it seems like you're around usually like able to be here for some part of Happy Lab. So if we planned it together, I think we could make something work.
There's also we want to do another. Speaking of working together, eventually we'd like to do another episode of long. What is it called?
Episode.
Quiet Year.
The Quiet Year, yeah.
Quiet Year, yeah. Another playthrough, yeah.
Yes.
Which was really fun. But one of the people, I don't know if you watched that stream, but yeah, it was Riley and you and I, or was the doctor? I forget.
It was doctors.
Sometimes. Anyway, and Qualia, I think it was them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Who's not here anymore, of course, but anyway, it didn't necessarily have to be in someone on the stream team. They just have to be comfortable being streamed, I guess. Yeah, anyway, we could I want to do that again.
Me too.
Especially when we have the desk set back up properly. Yes. And I get we could set the microphones up really well, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think these are our pals. I'm not gonna do too much more shading. Cause it's annoying. And there we go. So here are our mutant pals. This took way longer than Patamon, I think. Though I don't really know. There we go. So, let's do a review of what we've accomplished, and then stream will be over. Just after I get a little bit in here. This should be the last of it. Okay. We've got mutant. Because I'm on the forehead that curious about it. I still want to do some kind of Cable 2 tabletop game show. I have also been wanting to do a solo RPG show, but I you know, everything else has been going on. But anyway, here are Mutant Kuromi and My Melody. I love them so. And besides them, let me put all of them in a folder real quick so I can quickly jump. This is them, and this is our Derek and Patamon. Which, damn, I got the shading. It feels very, Neopian to me. I'm gonna take a break and then I'll post these in the Cable 2 Discord. And that's all. That's all, folks. Thank you so much for coming. Very, very much, went over 3 hours just doing those last two. And you can tell it took a lot out of me.
What are you, some kind of artist?
Thank you so much for coming. I'll be back next week, probably.
Hopefully.
And, see you then. Have a great week. Enjoy our other Cable 2 shows. And
we gotta do that. For people who don't know.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's the end of... Okay. Well, if one of the 8 people here doesn't know what Cable 2 is, there you go. And thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you hopefully next week, back issues permitting. And that's all for now. Goodbye!